Hello and welcome to the Path of Least Resistance. I am Versailles. Today we're going to go over a run I did using Evelynn at 3 stars and no epic relics against the 6.5 star Fiddlesticks adventure. At the time she was level 23. I was just leveling up and getting a feel for it so that I could make a video using Evelynn against that, and it ended up just working out anyway, so I'm going to show that run. For relics, I have Crownguard Inheritance and Tempest Blade. If you're going to add an extra relic, I think Guardian Angel is a good call. Guardian Angel will give you that extra revive, so if something goes wrong, then you have an extra revive. Often I'll go with Troll King's Crown to just give all your allies overwhelm. It helps you close games out. And there's also some possibility that Z-Drive Prototype for the extra rerolls, or something like Loaded Dice for that even one more reroll will help. You do kind of need to find an extra mana gem. If you can't play Evelynn on 2, you're gonna die many more times. So that is my basics, I guess. If you're unfamiliar with Evelynn, her powers are: first time you kill an allied follower each round, create a fleeting copy of it in hand. This mostly doesn't matter, and her main thing is when you level up an allied champion, grant allies everywhere +2/+2. Evelynn is a champion that levels up and de-levels, so when you level up, you're going to use Crownguard to rally and Tempest Blade to stun everything. That gives you safety and also damage, and then you are able to do that multiple times. Every time you do it, you're also getting +2/+2 to all of your units, which makes this extremely strong if you can do it even just a couple of times. So usually if you can do it twice, you win the game. Yeah, so that's the basics, and then I'll show you the run. So this came about because I was trying to do a Runeterra win, and I tried it with Jhin a bunch of times. I had previously had success with Jhin, but I just couldn't figure it out, and I was running into a lot of issues, so I swapped to Evelynn and tried that out, and it just kind of worked. So here we go into it. I think this was my second try. The first time I didn't draw Evelynn and died. We do find mana flow here, and I take it instantly, because like I said, you need to be playing Evelynn on round 2. You can play it on 4, it's just less good, like a lot less good. You can play it on 3 too, it doesn't matter when you play it, because you can always level at any turn once you get started. So you want to play something that drops a husk, and then you want to, on the next round, play Evelynn. Hate Spike you can use to create a husk if your husk is going to die. It also counts if you use it on a husk as killing a husk, which will trigger Evelynn's level up. So here we're not able to block because we lost our husk. That would have given us a level up if we were to play Evelynn, which would have stunned everything and given us rally. So because there's a lot of fearsome, I choose to only block 1 unit. You also don't want too many units to die. If 6 die, then Evelynn stops leveling up. And then if that happens, you can't get that +2/+2 everywhere. That is actually what makes her strong. Here we actually don't have the ability to attack because their units are bigger than ours, which is unfortunate. And we are lucky here that they play a unit, because that lets us drop another unit which will stun their whole board, give us rally. They play a guy, we attack with Scout, challenging, removing it. We do lose our guy, but that's fine. Here, I think I hit my 6 deaths, so there's no point in not dropping extra husks. A lot of the time you will avoid dropping extra husks, because if you do, then you're not going to be able to de-level, and if that happens, you lose access to your stuns and your rallies and your level up effect. So here, I was a little bit afraid, but they only have 1 hit point, and I realized that I have a unit with impact, and I was afraid once they drop the Ixtali that if they played the darkness, they would just kill my Nexus. So it was lucky we had the unit with impact. Here I take nothing, I think. I think I reroll here. Okay, I guess I took Crumble. I don't think I ever played Crumble, so that's why I thought I rerolled. And then here I take Leona. Leona has some stuns, and also has Vampiric Scepter, and I'm at 10 hit points right now, so the hit points looked really good to me. And I went through Vicious Mockery. I think if you have the extra mana gem, sometimes the Shadow on the Brush is a little bit easier. That might just kind of be true generally too. One of the problems with Vicious Mockery is that whenever anything gets played, you get gloomed, and it's hard to keep a husk on the board with the gloom. So as you can see there, I played it and the husk died. So without the husk on the board, we're not able to really play Evelynn and take advantage of it. I passed there because I was certain they were going to play another unit, and they just didn't. So here we drop Steam, and fortunately they decided to play Glare rather than kill me. And then we drop Evelynn. The level up gives the stun. So I made a mistake, but so did they, so it evened out. Worked out okay. And I thought about dropping another unit, but I didn't want to eat the husk preemptively. I guess it wouldn't have hurt, because we make an extra husk anyway. Here, I was deciding if I wanted life or the quick attack. You can also just attack on your normal rounds if your stats are high enough, but a lot of the times they won't be because you're not leveled. So I drop the Sunhawk to stun, and we get a bunch of damage in. And then I think at this point I'm past my 6, or I'm approaching it. There might be one left. And then I decide to kill their unit and just do an attack. So yeah, I de-leveled here, so I had one left, but when I play this Leona, obviously killing 3 units is going to trigger it. But we do get a stun, a full board stun in the rally, so we should be fine from here on out. Attack with Scout, and then they attack back, easy block, and then we win the game. So from 10 hit points, we went down to like 2, back up to 7. Not ideal, but it's fine. There's also a healer after, so we can take that. Took on Yielding Spirit here. I thought that maybe I could get some value out of it, but I didn't. I don't think I ever played that either. And then I purchased healing, obviously. I'm dying. Thalassophobia is interesting, so is the Dread. Both of them have ways to kill your husk. Thalassophobia has the list, which will challenge, and they'll always challenge, or not always, but usually challenge the thing on the right. So that'll often be your husk. So you kind of have to store up 2 in order to play. And then the Dread, because your husks have 0 power, will just die at the end of the turn. So you either have to wait until you can kill it on the first turn, or do something similar. Here, I'll wait for them to attack, and then I use Hate Spike. This will generate another husk in its place. And then I think it's correct to just drop Evelynn here. She might die, but we do have enough mana to play her champion spell, which stops spells. And they did give us 2 elusive units, so we're able to attack with those as well. So here they use the list, it's on a husk, so we just let that happen. And I dropped a new husk so that I could eat it in the next round. But I actually didn't need to. And here we play the champion spell to make it so that we're not getting hit by the vulnerable, because if we get hit by that, we pretty much lose the game, I think. Or I guess I could have just played a new Evelynn, and that would have been fine as well. So I drop Raven here, and our entire board is giant and elusive, so we just attack and win the game. Raven has Quick Strike Blade, so he's doing a ton of damage when he drops, which is really nice. Here I take Solitude. It's a thing that can generate husks and give the husk keywords, so I thought it was kind of fine. Not sure if Winds of War would have been better. And then, yeah, it also has Shadow Totem, so it can make more. Easy Prey looks like it should be good for Evelynn. It's not, because it'll be 2 kills when you eat it, and you want to kind of spread out your kills over as many rounds as possible. And we just heal again here. And we go into Elise. Some of this stuff will be easier, you know, if you have a 3rd relic. But we got kind of lucky on having that extra healer. Here I play Salter. Could have used any of the things that drop husks. And as long as they give me a turn, I can drop Evelynn, and then this is not threatening at all. Elise doesn't have any weird board wipes or anything. I attack. So here is a question on like whether to pass or not. I decide not, play Raven. Stuns the board. And then we can attack. And then we just repeat. Even if they attack us with everything, that's fine. We do have Hate Spike in hand, and like I said earlier, Evelynn levels when you kill a husk, so if you Hate Spike the husk, then it dies, which will trigger Crownguard and Tempest Blade. And I decided just to attack and finish off the game rather than let them play another card. I don't think it would have mattered either way. Took Mana Deposit on Evelynn, figured that was the better of the choices. Black Cleaver can be okay. And here, I'm actually not sure what I did. Shared Mana Flow would give me extra mana, but I didn't want our opponents to have an extra mana. Overwhelm is good. Oh, okay. I rerolled for Unyielding Determination. So, normally I don't take legendaries, but I'm level 23. I took the legendary. Which actually made for some interesting choices by the AI. I went through Survive the Night. I don't know if that's correct. Actually, you take so much damage here. Also didn't draw Evelynn in this early set, which is, of course, you know, pretty bad. Since that's how you're doing all of your damage and preventing all of your damage. But if you get unlucky and you get like a board like this to start with, I mean, you would just die, right? Like I died there. So, potentially, the other option is better. You should be able to finish it off before Ruination anyway. So, yeah, and we just die because we didn't draw Evelynn mostly, but also they got a really good hand. This is why I think Guardian Angel might be a good pick, but there might be better stuff. Like rerolls are really good. Stack deck is probably pretty good here too. So this time we are able to drop Solter, and we do have to still eat this damage, which sets us to a nice 2 hit points, but that's way better than the negative 12 it set us to last time. They play a unit, fortunately. We drop Evelynn, stunning their whole board. and we can just pass because damage doesn't do anything anyway. But I decided to play a Husk. Not sure why. Doesn't sound like me. So they play another unit here, or actually they don't, it's just my turn. Drop Leona, get our 5 hit points back. And they only have 1 card left in hand, so kind of unlikely they're going to do anything. But they do play a unit, and they decide not to attack, even though attacking would have given them enough life to survive the next round. I think because if they hit me, it would have triggered the Unyielding Determination, and I would have gotten all my life back. So I think they didn't do it for that reason. We see -2 costs on Solitude, and we pick it up. And then I see Undying Legion here, and I take it. I don't know if this is correct. I think re-rolling might have been better. Undying Legion makes it so that when we kill a Husk, it makes a new Husk, which again limits the amount of times we can level up. So I don't know if that was right, but it's probably fine. I think this game went weird too, and I think it's because of Unyielding Determination again. So if they attack me, which they should have, I die, but I guess I would have come back with more than enough hit points, so they just didn't. And they said end the turn, so I did. And then here we can attack with the Elusive. Or we can drop Raven. Either way would have been good. I'm at 11 hit points, so I drop Leona for my +5 from the Vampiric Scepter. But you can see how many units died as a result of picking up the Undying Legion power. So I still don't know how I feel about that. And we attack. We pass. We did have another level up, so that's nice. Dropped Raven. And leveled. Should have attacked first, I think, before I did that. But it's fine. Ultimately, I had the damage anyway. Took Solter because I wanted more things that could create husks rather than Sunburst. The Sunburst is pretty good too. And I took Infinity Edge on Raven. It's not bad to take more cards in this adventure. And I decided to check for good spells. And I ended up taking Atrocity, which I never ended up using. But if you have like, 20 power unit and Atrocity, then a good way to finish off a game. And we go into Fiddlesticks. So Fiddlesticks is going to play Crowstorm on round 2. Hopefully you get lucky and he doesn't generate too many units. Like, this is maybe the best case scenario. He has almost nothing on the board, so we're really safe. There's the Crowstorm. Crowstorm wasn't great for me. Then we play something. So I drop Evelynn, and then I hate Spike, the husk that she creates. This will be a level. Which stuns them. And of course gives us rally. The attack. Potentially could have been worth playing another card first and then attacking. Here we have no good open attack, so I drop Raven. And there was maybe an idea where I keep enough mana to use Last Caress to block a Vengeance, but since Raven was so big, they were going to just Vengeance him anyway. It was probably fine. Fiddle levels, which means I'm almost out of cards. But we're not creating many cards, so it's kind of okay. Drop Solitude to prevent being attacked. In my head, I was checking more often how close I was to not being able to D-level anymore, but it looks like it just didn't, and it just kind of went with it. Anyway, we attack, and then next round we just attack again. And I can't block the Overwhelm Elusive unit, and we win the game. We did have Unyielding Spirit if they had another Vengeance, so would have been fine regardless. And that is Fiddlesticks at level 23 Evelynn. Obviously there's some luck there. Unyielding Determination made the creeping wilderness thing never attack us, which was really nice. So there's that. But yeah, as long as you can get Evelynn on the board on round 2, you're pretty much okay. And again, you can use Hate Spike even if you can't create a husk in a different way to stun the board. So we could have done that on Thalassophobia too. I just kind of think I didn't figure it out then, that was a thing I could do. But now you've seen the video, so you'll know it ahead of time, and you won't have that same problem. I'd probably still avoid the Dread. I think killing things with 0 power is just maybe a little too strong, and the fact that they can get things to 0 power really quickly, even though you do grow really well, I think it's still probably bad. I'm unsure between Pale Death and Survive the Night. If you get lucky, you're fine, and if not, you saw what happened to me. I took probably like 90 damage in 2 rounds, and that is not good for you. But everything else went fine. So I think it's a viable strat. Wasn't that hard, didn't take me that many rerolls, but we did get lucky with that starting mana gem, which I think is really important. So yeah, I mean there's a couple things that you can do to get that though. There's the shared mana flow and communal mana flow in addition to, perfected and normal mana gem. You could also get one of the things that reduces the cost of your most expensive card, and that works sometimes, but if you draw the Husk spell, then Evelynn won't be your most expensive card. So that is the run. Hopefully that helps. I think it's easier than the Jin run, at least it was for me. Also, I mean, like I said, I got a little bit lucky there, so maybe it would be equally difficult, and I just had to draw better powers for Jin. Anyway, that is all for me. Thank you for watching. If you like what I'm doing, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.